What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome back to the Bilingual Stock Market channel. Let's go ahead and talk about some stocks and about the two very green days that we saw yesterday and today in the markets. And as usual, on Tuesdays and now Thursdays, once again, Mario is going to be joining me. What's up, bro? Good evening. How are
Hey,
you?
how you been, Alvo? Thanks for having me.
There you go. It's getting chilly up there in Connecticut, right?
Kind of, yeah. I just
You're
got back home.
there. You go. You're wearing a coat. Yeah, it is also getting
Yep.
chilly over here in North Carolina. So, bro,
hmm
let me tell you something. The
hmm
Fed is going to pause the interest rate hikes in December. How about that, man? It's laughable, right? But that's what the whole
I
thing
mean,
is a joke, it's a hoax. But
I mean,
I listened to three different analysts today, sounding very confident about the fact that yeah, we need to follow the example of the Central Bank of Australia,
hmm,
and we need to pause the 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 interest rate hikes. And
hmm,
they were making the case that the very last interest rate hike of this new cycle of hikes is
hmm.
going to be carried out in December. And what do you know? Today, between yesterday and today, we had the biggest gains in the S&P 500 during two consecutive days since April of 2020. So what are your thoughts, man? What do you think about the Fed pausing the interest rate hikes?
Well, I mean, they already messed everything up. What's one more thing? So let them do it.
Yeah,
Let them do it.
the Bulls seem to be front running once again. An important economic report. Remember, guys, that on Friday we have the jobs report of September. That is going to be a big market mover, like a huge market mover, no doubt about it. And the last time that they front ran an economic report, it was a disaster because they did the same thing into the CPI report of August, and it ended up being a total disaster. They got good news today, arguably, because we got the report about job openings of September. This report came out at 10.05 million jobs available in the US versus 11.7 million, which was the figure that was reported in July. That's a 10% drop. So that might be some sort of good news
Mhm.
into the jobs report that is coming out on Friday. But do you have any specific opinion, Mario, about the jobs report on Friday? Do you think that it is going to come out hotter than expected, or worse than
It
expected,
better
which would be the best case scenario for the Bulls?
it better come out lower than expected because another hot jobs data, it's gonna
It's
be
gonna.
not so good looks for the economy in itself, which is because the Fed wants people
Hmm.
to lose their jobs,
Hmm.
which is understandable because they put us in the spot. But right now, we need the job market to slow down
A
to
lot,
make the Fed, yeah, by
a
a
lot, by
lot,
the way.
by a lot, to
Yeah.
make the Fed to like go to that path, like to reduce the rate hikes or whatever the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah, many people believe that if the unemployment rate happens to jump up to 6%, that is going to be a very let's say a strong sign for the Fed
Mm-hmm.
to stop hiking rates. I
Yeah.
happen to agree with that, but we are pretty far away with 6%
Mm-hmm.
on the unemployment rate.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, Mario, so who is telling the markets that the Fed is going to pause the interest rate hikes in December? So who made this up? Where are
Uh,
they? Yeah, where are they getting this thesis from? That's something that we need to ask ourselves. So is this rally reliable when we have a bunch of analysts out there saying that the Fed is going to stop hiking rates in December? Who said that? The Fed has been saying, every single member of the Fed has been saying over and over and over and over again, we are going to keep on hiking rates until inflation comes down significantly. So where are they getting that information from? I'm curious. Maybe, I guess that you don't have the answer either, right? But this is
it's
this
just
is
like sources, bro. Trust me, that's a source. Like
Yeah. So
It's we can't do anything about it. I mean, their hedge funds are hurting. The funds which they're running is like losing money, so they got to
yeah,
make some shit up to prop the market. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
makes sense, understandable.
It's been a horrible year for the big money of Wall Street. Very, very
Yep.
tough year. And in
Mm-hmm.
terms of the bond market and the
Mm-hmm.
stock market, the worst year ever in record. So
Yep.
it's been a very tough year. I
Mm-hmm.
already told you guys in the live streaming that I carried out yesterday for the guys of Christians community that October is typically known as the bear killer. So is this October going to also be a bear killer? It could be the case. But if we analyze the facts that we have on the table in an impartial way, there is no reason for the market to be going this high so aggressively other than a rally based on a severe, we can make the case, oversold condition, right?
Possible. Yep.
Yeah,
Plus, it's a technical bounce as well. If you think about it,
correct. Technical bounce.
We bounced off from 200 SMA on the weekly in SPY, and we bounced off from 50 SMA on monthly in QQQ. It is a technical bounce for now. The question is how far they're going to push it. Is it going to be just another lower high, or they're going to make a new high, and then like they're going to take it from there all the way to the upside. So we got to see. We got to wait and see.
But you mean a new high in what time frame, Mario?
New high in the sense like breaking above the lower highs. Let me share the screen.
Yeah, they closed today at a lower high actually. They close at a lower high, uh, which happens to be a decent close, right?
Yeah, it is
And,
a
and
pretty
and
good
and
close.
and don't get me wrong. These last few days or these last 2 days were a huge victory for the Bulls, and something that
Yep,
caught my eye today is the fact that they didn't sell the RIP into the closing bell, which they
correct.
did on last Wednesday, and they also did it
Hmm.
yesterday. So we had a
Yep.
very solid close, which might be signaling that there's more green to come, right? But
Yep, agree.
be careful, guys, because we have the jobs report on Friday, right?
Let's
But
front run it as usual.
there you go. Front, do it again, guys. What could possibly
What could
go
possibly go
wrong?
wrong?
Front running
Exactly.
an important economic data. Okay. Uh, over here we have the S&P 500. Do you want to pull up
Hmm.
the SPY, Mario, to go over the SPY?
Yep, this is SPY. You got the
Okay, that's the
shenanigans
SPY.
tail. We call it the shenanigans tail candle on the daily charts. We never got to 366 on the day, but we printed that 366 on the daily charts over here. Might be an accident. We'll see. Like maybe like we're coming down to run a test to 366 in the future. Yeah, we got to wait and see if it's tomorrow, maybe possible. So let's see if it's possible or not. And S&P 500 close is pretty bullish, as you said. Like
Yeah.
they can easily push all the way up to run a test to the moving averages. The next important spot is like around 380 and change, which is to the upside, the big fat round number. And if they take out 378.50, they can easily march towards that $380 to the upside. And that is the trades which I'm watching for tomorrow, provided they give us a pullback to at least 375 or 373 to the downside.
All right. Where would you be buying puts here, Mario? If
Uh, I'm not shorting the
you,
tape here,
yeah,
but
me neither.
I,
Me neither. I
yeah,
agree on that.
but I
Full
will be
disclosure,
going
guys.
long.
Full
Mhm,
disclosure, Mario. I am
mhm.
getting killed on SPY puts, and I also have a short position on Apple. I'm getting killed, but I am using those puts as some sort of hedge. You know that I am a long-term investor as well.
I got it.
But until I see a clear reversal in minor time frames, I am not going to be shorting this tape.
Yep,
I,
exactly.
I happen to agree with you on that. Okay, perfect,
Mhm.
perfect.
So
Okay,
I'm not gonna go short, especially if they give me 273 and bounce. I might look for longs, provided we see some bias. And in case of QQQ, same tape, same gap up.
yeah, same
The
market, bro.
QQ,
Same thing.
mhm,
Yeah.
yep, they can easily test 285 tomorrow, provided they come back down to 280 and hold it as support. I'll be watching the 280 zone
Okay.
for potential longs. Or if they do come back, they can go down to fill this gap all the way to 273. But we need a terrible jobs number for that to make it happen. So we need something terrible in order for QQQ to come all the way down to fill
Yeah.
that
The
gap. But
the the, the
mhm,
next big catalyst for this rally to fade is going to be
Yeah,
the jobs report of Friday. If that report happens to come out hotter than expected or better than expected, this rally is going to be is
absolutely,
going to die most likely on Friday. We'll still
absolutely.
need to wait, right?
Hmm.
So
Yep.
I mean, in summary, the Bulls still have gas in the tank, at least until Friday, most likely. And if they happen to, maybe they get lucky, Mario. What happens if we have a way worse than expected report? Then that's a whole different story. That would imply that the jobs market, that the labor market, is weakening, and that's a very positive sign. A very positive sign. Sorry, in regard to the Federal Reserve. So
I agree.
that might be a whole different story, but we still need to wait until Friday to find out what the jobs report is going to be looking like.
Yep.
Okay, Tesla, bro. So Tesla got killed today on the news of Twitter. Um, when it comes to Twitter, Mario, I don't know if you can pull up the Twitter chart. Rather,
Just a minute.
yeah, we
Twitter.
are going to get about a bunch of questions, a bunch of questions about Twitter.
There we
So
go.
at the end of the day,
Caproni.
yeah, at the end of the day, Elon wants to buy Twitter at the very first price that he said he wanted to buy Twitter at. So
Hmm.
$54.40. So
Hmm.
you guys know Elon, he can change his mind in a blink of an eye, right? So
Yep.
if he doesn't change his mind, which you guys know the character, right? So if nothing happens here, and if the deal happens to be closed, so every single shareholder of Twitter is going to be paid $54.40 per share. So if any of you guys believe that the deal is actually going to go through and it is actually going to be closed, you can go ahead and buy shares of Twitter at what's the current price of Twitter, Mario? $52 and
52 is the closing print.
$52. So if you have a very strong conviction that Elon is going to close the deal, go ahead, buy shares of Twitter. And whenever Elon takes Twitter private, because Twitter is no longer going to be a publicly traded company, you then when Elon takes this company private, you're going to be paid $54.40 per share. So if you buy at $52, and you end up being paid $54.40 per share, you're going to be making a $2.40 profit per share, which is a very decent profit. So that's what is going on in the case of Twitter. So this stock shouldn't go either higher or lower in the upcoming days unless we get news about the deal. So
Yep.
that's for the most part the situation in the case of Twitter.
Hmm.
However, in the case of Tesla, if you want to pull up the chart of Tesla, Mario,
There we go.
now, dude, I sometimes I hate Elon. You know that I am a long-term investor in Tesla, so it's tough, bro. Being a Tesla shareholder is very tough. So,
I can
um,
feel you. Yeah,
yeah. So
I understand.
supposedly he was approved the money in order to acquire the company, right?
Hmm.
Supposedly. So
Hmm.
is he going to be dumping shares once again? We don't know. Maybe he does.
Possible.
So that's a risk, right? So yeah, don't
I
laugh,
feel
man.
bad for
Come on. Give me your take. Come on.
I feel bad for you, to be honest. Like I don't
No,
know
no,
how
and mind you,
you.
I sold covered calls, so I have protection to the downside. Let's just put it that way.
Mhm.
But we don't know. That's a factor, guys, that you need to
Oh, no, no,
consider.
no. It's not about the short term. I was talking about the ups and downs that you have to go through while
Correct.
holding Tesla shares.
No, no. I mean, yeah. What I'm saying here, Matt, is that for anyone that is about to buy either puts or calls, you need to be aware that Elon could be dumping shares once again at any moment. So this is a risk
Exactly.
that you're running,
Hmm.
right? But
Yep.
aside from that, what do you believe? What do you see in technical terms, Mario?
Technical terms, 254.88 is still important to the upside. It's an
Mhm.
important resistance level to do the Tesla. That's the place where they capped down on the first candle on after that delivery miss news. And
Mhm.
241 is still a support to the downside. So if they break under 241, Tesla can run a test to the trend line from June lows, which is currently sitting at 240 and change. Breaking under it opens doors for 233 real quick.
Correct. So,
So for now, trade the range. It was an inside day today between 240, 254 and 241.
mhm.
So they can just like chop around here before breaking down to run a test to the 233. Or if they break about 254, they can run a test to fill this gap all the way to 260 up north. So trade the range until one side gives up, sort of thing.
Correct. This could also be a breakout trade, Mario. If this thing on good volume and momentum takes out 255, it could be off to the races. No problem.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily. Like that's possible. It's a decent trade. We have like another 10-point trade to the upside, sort of thing.
Yeah, it took out 255 today, but then the news came out about Twitter,
Mhm.
and obviously then the stock fell off a cliff. Apple,
Yep.
bro, tell me something negative about Apple. I am shorting Apple, and I
I,
have a
I
loss.
actually I actually scalped it to the upside today, Apple.
There you go, going against my trade. Thank you very much, man.
Nah, it was like 2-minute trade. That's it. I'm in and out, sort
Okay,
of thing.
okay,
So
okay.
for Apple, there is a high likelihood. I'm sorry, there's a high likelihood that we can go to
I have calls.
147.
I have calls as a hedge, so no worries,
Mhm,
man. I have protection to the upside
mhm,
because I am shorting the stock, obviously. So
mhm,
I bucked protection. No worries, man. Yeah.
mhm. So like they can go all the way to run a test to 147.63. So breaking above 147 open stores for 150 again. So if they do get rejected at 147 and come down again, they can easily run a test to 145 or fill this gap all the way at 142.50 to the downside. But we got to wait and see. Depending
Correct.
on the reaction at 147, this gap might be left unfilled for a long time if they keep pushing higher and higher and higher. So it depends on
Yeah, we have
how the price
a clear
reacts at
range.
147.
Yeah, between 147 and 142.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that
So
might
it depends on how
that
the
might
price
even be
does.
a an iron counter if we
Yeah.
happen to believe that the stock isn't going to do either burst above 147 or
Mhm.
take out the support of 142.
Mhm.
Perfect. Agreed.
Depends, bro. Like, I mean, if they front run the futures again today and open it positive tomorrow again, they can easily open above 147 tomorrow.
Oh
So
yeah,
something to keep an eye out for
they can do the job like thieves in
the
the middle of the
overnight.
night.
Bro, that's what I've been doing. Today, I didn't trade anything. I've been scalping. I traded this for 2 minutes and then I traded Dow Jones at 330. I
Hmm.
mean, sorry,
Yeah.
where did I
I
trade?
day traded Uber, by the way. So that's
Mhm,
I took a couple of day trades over there,
mhm.
and that was it. So
Yeah, I
we didn't have the volatility that we had last week. So today was a way more challenging day in order to take day trades. Yeah, agree.
Oh
I
yeah,
agree on
it's
that.
just a floater operation, man. It's sort of
Correct.
annoying. Like I
Correct.
literally traded for 4 minutes today, 2 minutes on Dow Jones, 2 minutes on Apple, and I'm done.
Just scalping, right?
Most of
Yeah.
my real trades came in the overnight sessions with gold and silver. That's
Mhm.
what I've been trading. Like gold and silver, I went long in gold and I went
Yeah,
long in silver.
those
So
went on a
done.
tear because the Dixie
Yep.
yeah went
Dixie
down
fell
today
off.
1.45%. Obviously, yeah.
Mhm.
Mario, Nvidia.
Nvidia.
Nvidia, yeah, that's a hot stock, man. Another stock that has gotten killed, and that obviously, since we are seeing a general bounce in the market, is getting some love
Mhm,
now.
mhm. So Nvidia 133.35, important area to watch out for to the upside. So if they take that, this can push all the way to run a test to the top of this candle at 140 to the upside, 140 to 141.74. So this 133.50 zone, 133.35 to 133.50 zone is pretty important.
Mhm.
And to the downside, we have a support at 128.50. So again, still the range, like just like we said about Apple, might be range bound for a while. If we consolidate tomorrow in SPY, we can just range bound on NVIDIA as well before, like, depending on what the direction SPY and QQQ chooses,
Yeah,
we can start pushing higher or dumping lower. So we got to wait and see.
yeah, and obviously, Nvidia is going to depend basically on whatever the SMH does, the semiconductor ETF,
Exactly.
which
So
has had
SMH
a
is sitting at a critical resistance level as well, like at 201 at the psychological level. Unless if they gap it up about 200 tomorrow, then the semiconductors are gonna go wild.
Mhm. In which case both Nvidia and AMD
Yep.
are going to
Mhm.
go on an absolute tear. Yeah,
Yep, exactly.
agreed on
So
that.
we can easily see 209 by tomorrow with ADR of $7. If they gap it up about like 200 tomorrow, it's something to keep an eye out for. Something to keep an eye out for
Correct.
sure.
Correct. Perfect. There you go.
Mhm.
So thank you very much, bro. If you want
No
to,
worries.
yeah, maximize your screen before we
All right,
wrap it up.
just There
So
you
we
go.
are going live together on Thursday, man. That's gonna be fun. Absolutely.
Exactly.
There you go. Do you wanna tell
Mhm.
the guys about your Patreon and about your YouTube channel? Have you been posting
Sure.
videos
Oh
recently?
yeah. For the past 2 weeks, I've been doing members only videos.
Okay.
So I am actually working on a project for risk management, so I can post it for all the new traders because I need to get something off my chest, sort of thing. It's just going to be a rambling of me yelling at my screen sort of video. It covers a risk management side of things, so
which is a
keep an eye out for
which
that.
is a very important component of this business.
Exactly.
So yeah, many new
Hmm.
participants of the markets see the stock market as a
As a
casino.
casino.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
It just
it's
kind of annoys me, man. Like, I think I was talking to you about it before the session started.
yeah. We
It's
talked about
just,
it. Mhm.
it's sad and it's annoying after a while because to see
Yeah,
all the losses like
there are
10,000, 20,000, what the hell?
yeah, there are two situations there, and I told you. So I have people on my Patreon that they are
Hmm.
gamblers and they
Hmm.
gamble money that they can afford to lose, which is a whole different story. They told you, I know,
Hmm.
I am willing to lose all of this money. That's
The
good.
kind of the point is,
However,
right? Like,
if you're
as you
gambling
said,
money that you cannot
hmm
afford to lose, that's a whole different story, guys. So risk
hmm
management is absolutely critical in order to be successful in this business. Absolutely, absolutely.
exactly. The
So,
funny thing is, right?
mhm,
Like, these people say they don't care about losing, but then once they saw their position down like 7,000 or 8,000, and they'll start panicking and they'll post
yeah,
screenshot on Discord asking, should I sell it? Is it fine? Should I sell it? I thought
yeah.
you don't mind losing 25,000. Then why are you panicking now? It
Yeah,
doesn't make sense. It's just,
my guys don't panic, Mario. They just
yeah, not you in
yeah,
general. In
no. I'm
general.
telling you that my guys are like they are very special characters. So if they lose $8,000, they just post the losing trade
Yeah,
and they
shrug
move
it off.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't need the money. Let's just put it that way. But if you need the
Mhm.
money, stop gambling. Manage your risk, guys. Okay. So
Yep.
down below in the description box of the video, you have the links for both Mario's YouTube channel and Mario's Patreon. We have a very good Discord, and
Mhm.
on Sundays nights
We go live.
we're going live in the voice chat
Yes, sir.
in order to go over stocks and stuff like that. Are you still
Mhm.
live streaming throughout the
Yes.
week? Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Tomorrow I'm going live to Patreon, tier 2 and 3 members.
From 9
9:30,
a.m.
9:30 in the
9:30.
morning, all the way to 11
Okay, a bit before market opens. Market
before
open.
market
Okay,
open.
perfect.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, bro,
No
and
worries, man.
see you on Thursday. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Manage your
Peace.
risk, and see you guys on Thursday. Bye. Take care.
Take care. Bye bye.